89.5 The Wave. It's your girl Alexisgabrielle, and today I have a special person here on air. Some may know her by three names: Charm, Charlie, or Char. But today I'm gonna call her Char. How you doing today?
I am lovely, wonderful. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Great. I'm so glad to have you here. And basically, I'm just going to start by saying how much I admire what you do. Your poems are awesome. You're a phenomenal woman. How did you start writing poetry?
Oh, such a beautiful question. So first off, I started using poetry as a form of expression. So when I first started writing poetry, I didn't really view it as poetry because, a lot of people have been doing it. And I just always thought it was a way for me to vent and express myself when I went through a very depressing, dark time in my life or whatever. And I was just writing until one day I ran into my cousin and she was like, bro, you need to go to an open mic. And I'm like, yeah, I don't even know if St. Louis have any open mics. So this was all last year in October. And then next thing you know, I had made a status and I was like, where's the open mics in the city? And then out of nowhere, Corey Black, you guys know him, Poetic Justice.
Dope.
Every last Sunday of each month, check it out. But yeah, he hit me up and he was like, are you looking for open mics? And he just threw out a bunch of suggestions. And I end up going to his Poetic Justice open mic in October of 2016. And then at first I was a little shy because all my poetry, I felt like it wasn't good enough, and I just felt like it was pretty much like me venting or me going on like rants. It was my diary. I'd never viewed it as poetry. It was just my forms of expression. And then I asked him, because I saw like how his work was really vulnerable and he would share like really intimate parts of himself with the world, and I used to ask him like, how do you get comfortable with sharing such intimate pieces of your life with the world? And he was like, once you realize that everybody is going through something and you'll be okay, you wouldn't mind sharing it with the world. So since then, I just went crazy with like poetry. I've been writing it, I've been rhyming, coming up with metaphors, all that good stuff. And poetry has just been my form of expression. So, and I really have been using it to my advantage. So like if I'm feeling any type of way, I'll just continue to write poetry. And then like I've been getting like crazy feedback from people to the point where it's like crazy feedback. So people saying like, I'm the voice of this generation, I'm an activist.
Great.
And I don't even see myself as none of this, but all I know is I'm just expressing myself, and then like people are really gravitating to it and people really love it because it's real. It's like reality. I'm just sharing my story with the world, and I'm only just beginning. So yeah, that was a long answer, but yeah.
No, that was super dope. I'm glad that you gave me that long answer. No, because it kind of like gave me a glimpse of what you like actually love to do. And I feel like when you're passionate about something, everyone around you can feel that.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's really vital in letting somebody know like they're not the only one that's going through certain things. So with that being said, do you think poetry saved you from a lot of things?
Man, I would honestly say I'm getting emotional because poetry really did save me. Because I feel like growing up in black communities, like we don't take mental illnesses seriously.
Definitely.
So like if we're going through stuff, and I know in my household, my parents tried to do everything they could, but I just didn't feel comfortable with talking to them about my levels of depression. And even when I was going through like anorexia and all that good stuff, and I just really hated my appearance and stuff like that. And then I would just write. I would just journal, because I felt like my pen and paper would never judge me. No, everybody else around me was judging me and nobody could understand me, but I always felt like my pen and paper, my writing, my form of expression understood me. So I honestly feel like, yes, poetry did save me. And it's like, it's so amazing how God works, how the universe works, because it's like, growing up, I used to always want to be an actress because, like, I felt like when I used to do acting and stuff in elementary school, it was a way of expression. It took my mind off everything that was going on at home, Mm-hmm. So I grew up in a broken family, broken household, all that stuff, alcoholic, all that stuff that consists in, like, broken black families. So then when I used to like want to be an actress, I didn't really know what it was at the time, but I remember asking one of my teachers, like, what is this called? Because after we did like the Black History Month play, I was like, what is this called? And they was like, well, if you want to be this, you got to do commercials. It's called an actress. You will have to be an actress. And I'm like, I never forgot that. I never forgot that. And then I used to always remember in school, I used to always get in trouble for like talking out, like talking too much. She don't have conduct. She need to practice conduct. You need to stop talking so much. And I feel like I did have all of those things, but talking just was my form of expression. You know, I felt like that's how I express myself. And I remember to this day in 3rd grade when I used to say, watch, I'm going to get paid for talking, you know. And by the goodness of like God, he's making it all turn around. You know, like I used to always think like I never could like really participate in acting and stuff like that because we couldn't afford it growing up. But now it's all, the tables are turning to the point where I don't really need funds to do what I love. Look, I'm doing poetry now, and it all makes sense because I went through everything that I went through, which basically directed me to do poetry, and that's why I'm here today doing what I'm doing now. So about to host the first open mic. So yeah,
that is beautiful. So like you mentioned that when you first began poetry and started to write and stuff like that, you were nervous, scared. You didn't really know what it meant, what you put on, like, you know, on a piece of paper. Is there any advice that you can give to an up and coming person that really doesn't know what they're going through, but they know when they put it on paper, they're like feeling better, their feelings are, you know, just resolved?
I would definitely say to be true to yourself. Do not compare your writing to other poets. I mean, you can admire poets and stuff like that, but do not try to be like anyone but yourself. Like, stay true to yourself, be yourself. And there's no rules when it comes to poetry. I know a lot of people always try. You have a lot of judgment that goes out there like, that's not poetry. You were your metaphors. You're rhyming too much. Yeah, your stanzas are out of place. So just be true to yourself and express yourself. You know what I mean? And just make sure it's real, because that's what people gravitate to. And then like all the other little stuff will come along. So just stay true to yourself and just realize that it's perfect the way it is. And if it doesn't make sense to the people who you're performing it to, they may just be the wrong people that you're performing it to. Go where you're accepted. True. And Poetic Justice was that for me. So yeah.
So in writing poetry, do you ever get like stuck? Like, do you ever just feel like, man, I don't know what I'm finna write about? Well, in those times, do you do things that'll help you, like, you know, just have a free mind just to help you write down those things that you're feeling? Do you ever have something, like a process that'll get you through that
what's
writer's
my process?
block? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, writer blocks is natural. All of the great poets, writers, everybody come across this. So I feel like when you're producing a form of art that means a lot to you, you don't rush it. So then as a poet, as an artist, you know that it's all about timing. So if you sit down and you try to write it out and you just not coming up with nothing, you just probably should just wait. Unless you just gonna hurry up and create something that's gonna be a bunch of bull crap. And the way I get over writer's block, I really gotta be strict on myself, because if I don't, I'm not gonna make it. It's not gonna get done. So I literally have to sit down. Okay, so I'm gonna, I could be a really big procrastinator at times, but I like to be in nature. I like to go out in nature, sunbathe, recharge, and then be really in a clear, natural waves, and be in a really clear mind space to come up with my best writing. And as far as like memorizing my poems and stuff, that's something that a lot of poets have trouble with, trying to memorize all their poems without using phone or paper and stuff like that. It's just a mind thing. Like, you tell yourself, like, I'm going to remember this, and I'm going to practice this at least 5 times a day until I get it, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's a mind over matter, for real. If you want to remember it, you will remember it. It's just a mind over matter. Like,
cool. So I know you've had a lot of dope opportunities with the poetry, and like with doing that, have you ever thought about taking poetry like to the next step, like mentoring, getting it out there, doing something big in movies, just, you know, expanding your mindset? Like, have you ever thought about doing that? Because like when you started off, I know you mentioned that you didn't think you were gonna go as far as it did.
I did not.
And then like all of a sudden I could say you blew up.
Out of nowhere, because it's like what's meant to be will be, and that's what I'm learning. Like, you don't have to force things will happen at its most natural state. And it's just like, and then even for me, like being in college and stuff like that, and it's so crazy how you have in your mind what you want to do with your life, but if it's against the grain of what God and what the universe have in plan for your life, it's gonna be a total reroute. So you can just go through all that all you want to. You don't want to listen to what God have in plan for you, or you don't want to listen to the universe, and you just constantly go through all this stuff, and then you end up rerouting all the way back to the beginning till you do what you were put on this earth to do.
So do you think it's something bigger at the end of the road? Well, I don't want to say end of the road, but do you feel like it's something bigger out there for you to do with this poetry stuff? Like,
I honestly feel like it is. I feel like my voice is helping people. So my story, my situation is helping people. My vibrant vibes is helping people. So I really don't take that for granted. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, VVO, definitely. So every time I step behind the mic or every time I perform it as if the time when I was writing it. So I want you to feel all of those emotions because I want you to feel what I feel. I want to take you on a journey every time I perform my piece of work, you know?
That's amazing. I just feel like it's a lot of emotions that go into poetry. It's a lot of craft. It's a lot of time,
like Erykah Badu said,
effort.
I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my, you know. but
but that's
I honestly do think that I got my open mic coming up the 21st, local piece open mic.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the open mic. What can we expect?
So local piece open mic. It's such amazing that I've been blessed with this opportunity to host my first open mic because October is definitely my month of harvest season.
Yes,
I started doing poetry
seeds
last month in October, and I'm hosting my first open mic in this year of October, so just a year difference. So it's just about, like, if you want something, you manifest, you believe in yourself and what you're doing, it's gonna happen. But local peace open mic, what you can expect there is just like freedom, like peace. If you've been searching for peace, you can find it.
Show up.
Yes. Peace and good vibes is definitely going to be a local piece. It's going to be all different forms of expression, from comedy to spoken word to rap, you know, all different forms of expression. So even if you just want to vent, we will listen to you. You know, you can really be yourself here. You can be yourself.
Yes, so that will be Saturday, October the 21st from 8 to 12 a.m. Flyers will be posted around Florissant Valley Community College and elsewhere. Also on your social media, tell us where you can we can find you.
So you can definitely find me at Char Taylor. That's my personal page on Facebook. But if you definitely want to keep up with my poetry journey, VibrantVibesByCharm.com will be up in a few weeks, so you can definitely check everything out there. Or you can check it out at Vibrant Vibes by Charm on Facebook, or you can just do Queen_Charm_Marie on Instagram.
Told you, so got a lot of names.
I got a lot of different names because I'm a lot of different
people.
No, I'm not. But I'm a beautiful. It's just good vibes, bro. Definitely come to Local Peace, October 21st, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. I hope to see you there. Come get these vibes.
Yes, vibes, poets, artists, musicians, vendors. Female for Thought will be there with the merch.
Yes, so. Female for Thought, food. We're going to have food there. We're going to have everything.
Just good vibes. Cool. So, I'm going to put you on the spot a little.
Okay, definitely. Put me on the spot. I like being put on the spot. Put me on the spot.
I want you to perform a little something for our listeners. Let them know. We got to see what you have. We would love to just feel those vibes that you have coming through. Honestly, I feel like you're a wonderful poet. I feel like you have a lot of potential. I honestly feel like anything that you do or you dream of, you put your mind to it and you can do it.
There can be miracles.
Okay, no.
If you believe.
Maybe not singing, but
poetry,
you got that.
I can sing a little bit.
All right, now, so show us what you got.
Okay, so I will do my poem. It's called I basically made this poem. It was around the topic of, like, people trying to confine me, box me in, and it's just like, I'm bigger than all labels. I'm bigger than all categories that you could ever think of or try to put me in. I'm just Char, you know what I mean? I don't really like those labels. Just let me be me. Yeah. And if you don't, that's when the issues come, because I don't fit in. I'm just me, so just let me be me. So I'm gonna do this piece, and here we go. I'm gonna try not to curse.
Please do not. I'm gonna have to hit the dump button. Don't curse at all.
I'm gonna try.
No, try your hardest.
Okay. I don't think you got that many curse words in here, but let's see.
Bleep them out.
Okay.
Because I will pinch you.
This is gonna be okay. So it goes like, leave me alone. Don't stand next to me. I'm a free spirit, so don't try to catch me. Don't try to suppress me. The rules that you imply don't impress me. Maybe it's because that ish is fake and I can't relate to your rules of mental enslavement. See, that ish works for everyone else, but that ish don't fly with me. See, I'm no chattel. I don't fit in colonized situations. I don't follow. I lead. I don't settle. I revolt against racial socialization. I know that freedom isn't free. Brothers and sisters, you have to experience being free. Stop believing what they tell you and create your own beliefs. Most importantly, protect your dreams, refresh your steam, and love yourself. You can't shut me up. You can't tone me down. You can't taint my soul. You can't hold me down. You can't take my dignity. You can't touch my crown. Sincerely, the black woman that stood her ground. That's
Okay.
Okay.
I love it. Yes. Those were vibes there. I felt that in the heart.
And I really made that at work one day, and it was just like I was really upset because they was trying to tell me what to do, and I don't really like people telling me what to do.
Don't put me in
or I'd
a
be like,
box.
yeah, I like it. It really makes me frustrated. So I literally have to step out the office, go in the cafeteria, and I'm like, man, I need to write. And that's how my writing it just comes from a thought of emotion. I'm like, I need to get this on paper. Let me write it down. And then as I was writing, it just started all coming together, and I'm like, yeah.
A confined mind is a confined spirit.
Yes.
You just gotta
my
be
spirit
free.
is free like a bird.
Okay, R. Kelly.
Don't put me in that. No, don't put me in there with R. Kelly like that. Nope.
Don't confine you, huh?
Don't confine me. Nope.
No, that was so dope, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward into seeing you just prosper, to see like what your path will be. I look forward to seeing that.
But
and
no
I
one
plan
knows
on-
but God, and that's what I
Yeah.
learned too. Is just let everything take its course. Don't worry. Like if y'all out there worrying, just breathe, man.
Yeah.
Just do all you can within the now. Enjoy the now, and just
You'll never
pretty
get
much
that back.
you will never get it back. And then everybody's chasing the future, then and not appreciating the now. And then once you get to the future, you're not gonna appreciate the future because you don't know how to appreciate the now. So
Yeah, but
just come vibe with us. Local Peace Open Mic.
yeah, you heard that.
Yes.
Follow her page.
Follow me.
Pages with all her different names.
Yes. All good vibes.
And
though.
then make sure you all come out to the open mic on Saturday, October 21st, 8
Everyone's
to 12
welcome.
a.m. Everyone's welcome. Bring what you
Judgment-free
have.
zone.
Bring yourself. Even if you want to come to just listen and just catch the vibes,
We
do
need
that.
you.
It's appreciated. It's just needed in the community in
Yes, and
today's
that's-
time. Like, you just need something to
And
just
that's-
free your mind, free you from all that you're going through.
And I
so I
have
feel like
one
this
last thing.
is so dope. But go ahead and say what you're going to say.
So, and then just how, like, another reason how a wonderful God is for, like, my open mic being in Pershaw, which is in Ferguson, and it's called Local Peace. It's where, like, ever since Mike Brown's situation and all the looting and all the stuff, rioting and stuff like that, where society based on quote-unquote people that don't live in St. Louis, they call these people loco, which they call them crazy. And then ideally, everybody wants that peace. And, you know, everybody's searching for peace within Ferguson, all over St. Louis. So just come to Local Peace, where the crazy people find peace. Quote-unquote crazy people find peace.
That's another
Get it?
poem. No, but it was definitely an honor to have you on today. I appreciate you taking your time to come on. I admire you as a woman, as a poet,
Thank you.
just
All love,
as a
man.
person. And I just want to thank you again. All right, 89.5 The Wave up next.